Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. In this episode, we will be taking a look at the Aspire Atlantis. I purchased this amazing clearmizer on Fastech for approximately $30. This clearmizer basically brings RDA, cloud chasing style vaping to the plug-and-play clearmizer market. It's pretty amazing. So let's take a close look. Now, yes, I did say I got it at Fastech, and I know there's some Fastech haters and there are some Fastech lovers out there. I basically ordered this on December 7th, and it stated that it shipped 12 days later on the 19th. And then, of course, you know, it sits in China for a couple of days, getting checked into their post office and going through their customs. But I finally got it 23 days later on the 30th. So, not too bad. 23 days from ordering to actual receiving it. Now, Fastech has it right now for $30.18. I'll go ahead and put a link below so you don't have to go hunting for it. You can find it in the US for a couple of dollars more, all the way up to probably $45 to $50 in the US. So it's up to you how much you want to spend, how long you want to wait. Now let's go ahead and open this up. This is authentic from Fastech. Here is the very beautiful looking clearmizer or tank. So what you're getting here with the Aspire Atlantis is a big drip tip, RDA style drip tip. Look how large that is, big bore. And you have a silicone O-ring right there, and fits in very nicely. It had well, the other thing that stands out about this right out of the box is the airflow. This thing has massive airflow, and it's adjustable. There is the largest setting right there, and then you got a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller, and then you get down to the smallest setting. So you have 4 settings, nice indents in each one. Really, you know, it's tight enough, and with the indent, you don't have to worry about it spinning or getting loose or getting off your setting. Stainless steel construction all the way through, with the exception of the innards right there. We'll talk about that here shortly. The tank is 22 millimeters thick, so it should fit in all your normal size devices, like for instance the ZNA and other assorted items. The capacity of the tank, which by the way, this glass is Pyrex, is 2 milliliter. And speaking of the Pyrex, inside this box, if you open it up, you get an extra Pyrex tank right there, and you got an extra coil head right there. The coil head is 0.5 ohms, and we'll talk about that here once we're done looking at the outside. 510 thread right there. It is not spring loaded, so your device has to take care of that. So let's go ahead and open this up. Not too difficult. And you can see it has that nice silicone seal, just like the Nautilus. You can see the similarity right there. Now the glass or the Pyrex can be removed out of here. You just pull it out like that, and again, it is replaceable. Now you can see the cone in here, the chimney. This is not stainless steel, even though they say it's all stainless. This is chrome plated brass, but I think they are going to change it out where that'll also be stainless steel in the future. I think. Don't quote me on that as being absolute. Now let's take a look at the head. The head is pretty amazing. The heart of this tank here. Check this out. I'm going to put these two coil heads side by side. The coil head on the left is the one that comes in the Nautilus. This is the Nautilus bottom vertical coil, and this is the new Atlantis vertical coil, and you can see how it dwarfs the old Nautilus one. Pretty amazing. Let's take a close look in here, and you can see, once it gets focused, you can let me get a flashlight. I want you to see the coil in there, because this sucker is 5 ohm, and you can see how that looks in there. Trying to get it to see. There we go. Could you see the coils in there? There we go. All my hands are shaking, sorry. But you can see that it has a really nice vertical, thick heating coil in there, and there's like a wicking material that I believe is ceramic-like. I mean, it's cloth, but I think it has ceramic in it. And you have a little metal mesh over the top of it. Really, really nice. You can see there's a little bit of silicone O-ring right down here for a seal. You have your insulator right there. I think it is possible to rebuild this. I'm sure there's going to be a video, if not already a video out there that basically somebody's rebuilding this. Now, in really tiny writing on this thing, it says 0.5 ohm, and it says 20 to 30 watts. Now, this is one of the cons, because they should put that on the packaging a little, you know, very clearly, that this device needs to be driven at 20 to 30 watts, and the battery that you're using for it should be able to handle that safely. That's a big issue, and that's almost a warning light kind of thing. So, how do you know if your battery or your device can handle that? Well, you need to have, like, if you're just using a unregulated device, just a battery in a manual type of mod, you want to have a battery that could probably handle about 10 amps safely. I would say safely 10 amps. That's with probably about 15% overhead for safety. It's really important, and I wish they would have that warning on the package. Now, the way that you could find out whether your battery can handle that or not, if you're not sure, is you could go to a neat website, and I'll put the link below, called steamengine.org. They also make an app, and I could go ahead and bring that app here, where you could go ahead and put in the atomizer's resistance, and you could select your battery in there, or if it's a you know, again, you got your mechanical mech and you have your regulated APV, and you can put in all the settings, and basically it'll tell you what the safe settings are for your amp limit. Because if you go over the limit of the battery and it starts discharging, it's like shorting a battery if it's not able to handle putting out that much amperage, and you'll end up having a firecracker in your hand, because these batteries can explode. Now I have, I'll show you what I got, and I'll probably get a little bit of hate about it, but right now I have some cheap EFES 2000s, but these can safely handle 10 amps, which is 30 watts in this device. It could definitely handle that safely, but the Clouder TA can go up way higher than that, and of course it cannot be safely done. So I'm putting that out there. I am making sure I don't go over the limits of the battery in this device. Now this thing can handle between 20 and 30 watts. So let's see, I need to find some juice to load this up with, so be right back. So here we go, Victory Liquid, 0 milligrams. That's what I'm going to be vaping here today. Oh, by the way, again, the app to check out your battery. It doesn't do just batteries. You could do, it has Ohm's law, and it has information for mixing your own e-liquid or your e-juice, how to figure out ratios and everything, and a whole bunch more. Really nice. Just go ahead and go to the Android store and search for Steam Engine. Again, it's, or I didn't even say it, so I can't say again, but it's free. It's free. So let's go ahead and open this up. So when you put this liquid in here, again, you always put it to the side just like that. You don't want to put it down the middle where your air is going in. You want to go down to the side for all you new people. And this is a great way for a new vaping person to get into sub-ohm vaping, where you're not doing just cloud chasing, you're chasing storms. Or at least that's what I anticipate. Now, one of the disappointing things about this, the second disappointing thing about this tank, is that they made the chimney sort of like a crown in there, so they really limited this large tank to 2 milliliters when they probably could have got a little bit more in there if they designed this a little differently. I don't know why they did that. Maybe someone will come out with a replacement for that, or maybe version 2 will have something where you could get more than 2 milliliters of juice in there. Now, one other thing you want to do is you want to prime this head. Actually, I should have done that beforehand. Let me take the drip tip out so I could stand this up over here without it falling over. Because when you're pumping out 30 watts into the head, you can you can do some damage to that wicking material really quick. I don't care if it's ceramic, it will catch on fire. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and dump some juice in here and try to help it, just sort of prime it. There's the word I'm looking for. Priming the head. Priming the coil head. The atomizer. The wicking material. There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pop that in there. Screw it down. I'll put my drip tip back on. Now if you don't prime it and put the juice in, let this thing stand for a couple of minutes just to let the juice get down in that head. Now this is supposed to be a 5 ohm coil. So let's see what this says it is. I'm going to start this at 20 watts to get the experience, and if I hit the fire button, it's I got 0.6 for resistance on there, if you could see that. There we go, so you can see the resistance right there. It's giving me 0.6. At 20 watts, it's giving, for voltage, 3.5, and you could hear that just going. So let's go ahead and give this a vape and see how it does. Have it set to 20 watts. We'll go ahead and see how that does. And I'm going to do full lung hits. I got this adjustable airflow, this massive airflow opening, all the way open. So let's try it out. That is very, very impressive, and that's the low setting for this coil. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up to 30 watts and see what this can do at its high side. So, put something down over here. So, let's see how that goes. Whew. Holy crap! That is absolutely impressive. And you know, I just thought of another warning. I have here a smoke detector, and if there's any doubt whether vaping around one of these can set it off, I'm going to let you. This is a perfect way to test to see if this will go off, so you can see. You know, I want to wrap up this video, but I also want, I just can't put this down. I want to enjoy it even more. See that smile? That's I'm just giddy. It's just very impressive. It's like a really well done RDA, rebuildable dripping atomizer, except you're getting it in the convenience of a clearmizer. Now this is not the first sub-ohm clearmizer, but I think it's one of the best. Certainly the best that I've ever used. It is just crazy impressive. So is it worth $30 that I paid for it? You bet. Do I recommend it? You bet. Are there ways they can improve this if they came out with a version 2? You bet. They could have made it so this large tank could hold more than 2 milliliters. They could maybe put a little bit of a warning on the box for those who are just getting into sub-ohms, who don't know the dangers of using batteries that can't handle the drain, the amperage. It needs to be there because you know, for those of you who are obsessed and are in the whole vaping hobby, sure, you know that, but the majority of people out there who are just trying to maybe get off cigarettes or just enjoy this, they're not going to get into those details, and they can get themselves or find themselves in a dangerous situation very quickly, and they'll basically have a firecracker in their hand or something even worse, and they'll be getting seriously burnt. So again, that steam engine website, steam-engine.org. Again, I'm going to put the link below. I'm going to have the FastTech link below. Also look in the Android store, probably on the iPhone store also. Steam Engine, just search for that, and you could have the mobile version wherever you go. But man, this is my new favorite clearmizer or tank. And the other thing, the big pro about this, besides, you know, storm chasing, is the airflow, the massive airflow that this thing has. With a lot of regular, like even with the Nautilus, the biggest opening is this little hole. The smallest opening is bigger than the biggest on the Nautilus. So if you want to like really suck in fast, you got to do that air bypass or carb effect, where you're breathing in air through your drip tip and sucking a little bit of air here. So you could breathe in at a reasonable amount to get the airflow in. Well, you can basically suck all your air through this because of the massive airflow capability of this tank. So, and the last thing that they can improve is make sure that everything is stainless steel, including the head even, and the cone inside. I believe right now that's brass, that's chrome plated, but they're supposed to be good with the stainless steel, is what they have said to another reviewer, Pete. I think it's Pete Rosardo. I hope it's Pete Rosardo. Don't kill me if I'm not saying things right, because I will continue to say things wrong in the new year of 2015, which, by the way, I haven't been able to answer all the questions because I'm celebrating the holiday, and a lot of people are wishing me Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I apologize if I did not return the wishes, but I do certainly wish everybody a very, very happy New Year. And now for the next month, we'll all struggle to put 2015 instead of 2014. So let me remind you, I'm going to try a little bit of hypnosis. 2015. I will sign everything the correct year, 2015. There, maybe I helped you out. Okay, well, thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. And I hope you have a great day. Take care. Bye.